covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
In jail for 4 years, all their rights are taken away, constitutional rights. In the meantime, you can burn down cities and you're perfectly free.
Shasta County voters are expressing, some Shasta County voters anyway, their concerns just hours after Congress certified President-elect Donald Trump. And a local community is coming together to help feed youth in need. We show you how the project is coming together, new at 6. But first.
Perhaps not only was it a gasoline poured in, but perhaps a device such as a Molotov cocktail was used in the starting of this fire.
We learn new details about how a suspected arsonist burned down the historic Bidwell Mansion, according to the DA. Investigators say they used these security camera videos that you see in the shots behind me right here to get the exact footsteps of the suspect. Now, these new details came just moments after the judge arraigned suspect Kevin Carlson. Action News Now reporter Camille Acevedo has been at the courthouse all day long. Camille, what have you learned about the suspect, Carlson?
Right, Alan. So, yes, Carlson made his first appearance here in court today in Butte County. Now, he is being suspected of lighting the Bidwell Mansion on fire that happened on December 11th. A couple of things is coming out of court today is that he can face a maximum of 11 years in state prison. But when you add willful arson to the table, that adds 6 years, and then use of excellence adds another 5 years. Now, according to District Attorney Mike Ramsey, what we know about Carlson so far is that he's from Paradise, California, so not that far from here. He graduated from Chico State University, and according to DA Mike Ramsey, he kept always a very low profile, so not really on social media, and he kept close with a few people, but that was pretty much it, kept a low profile. Now, in terms of the investigation, well, investigators were able to determine Carlson as a suspect on December 15th. We know that the mansion caught on fire on December 11th, so a few days later, investigators were right on Carlson, and the reason why is because of video surveillance. A lot of video surveillance in nearby neighborhoods marked a specific vehicle passing through just hours before the mansion caught on fire, and then same vehicle leaving, captured on those same surveillance cameras, excuse me. And even that the vehicle happened to be at the Bidwell Mansion a day before the Bidwell Mansion caught on fire. One of those things also that happened to be was that the license plates were removed from that specific vehicle, and so they noticed that the back tail light happened to be broken. So they used the camera, the license plate readers from Chico to cross-examine and find a vehicle that had the back tail light broken. Only one showed up, and that happened to be registered under Carlson himself. And in terms of the motive, well, take a listen to what DA Mike Ramsey has to say about that motive.
Investigators, again, located a TikTok channel. It's a channel focusing on expressing communist, Marxist, very left-wing. Not that communists and Marxists aren't left-wing in themselves, but even further. Channels that would indicate a anti-colonialism bend. That's why you heard me say in court today that there was an indication of some political ideology.
Now, they are still trying to determine what the motive was as to why the Bidwell Mansion was targeted itself. A couple of things. DA Mike Ramsey could not confirm with me if Carlson did confess to this, as well as to why the fire alarm was not working during this incident. And then also another thing to add is in court today, Carlson did request for an attorney. Back to you at the station here in Butte County. I'm Camille Acevedo for Action News Now.
Thank you, Camille. Now, if you'd like to see the entire press conference, go to our website. You'll find this article on our homepage, and there's a link for you to watch it. The wind is picking up this week. Take a look at the time-lapse video here over Oroville from an Alert California camera there today. And Chief Meteorologist Howie Gordon is here now with a look. Howie?
Looks like a normal summer day out there almost, Alan. Not quite, but not too far off. Half the temperature would still put us into the 60s. Nice, great peaks of sunshine out there. All right, here's a look at our radar. Very different from just a few days ago. A lot less blue, a lot less green, especially in our area. Now, off towards the east, that's different where storms are dropping down. Now, why am I showing this? Because the impact that's going to be created by this dynamic with high pressure over the ocean, when they're kind of tugging and pulling on one another, yeah, we're going to have some breezy, gusty conditions. But temperatures for now, above average on the very, very nice side. But again, our winds that have picked up should continue to periodically stay on that breezy side with wind advisories taking place tonight into Wednesday. And we'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes, Alan.
Thanks, Howie. New developments. 2 suspects are behind bars after deputies say they shot at a house in Magalia. The Butte County Sheriff's Office says that Colleen Down led officers on a chase after that shooting at homes on Columbine Road. That was early Friday evening. Now, deputies say they arrested her after she crashed that car, but then they went looking for the second suspect, Dakota Rice. Just hours later, deputies got a search warrant for his home, which led to his arrest. No one was hurt in that shooting. Also, new developments in the search for 2 missing teens. Butte County deputies say they have confirmed the second body found in the Thermalito After Bay yesterday was indeed 17-year-old Wesley Cornett. Now, we told you when they found the body Sunday morning, they were waiting for DNA results, but they did get those and did confirm it. Both young men had been missing since December 14th. The deputies found Andrew's body on December 31st. After 2 consecutive years of significant budget shortfalls, Governor Gavin Newsom has proposed a $322 billion budget without a deficit. Governor Newsom made the announcement today, saying that the budget is mostly a placeholder ahead of President Donald Trump taking office. He says the state must wait to see if Trump follows through on threats to revoke billions in federal dollars to the state of California. About a third of the state budget relies on federal funding, including tens of billions of dollars to provide health care services.
We have about $17 billion in reserves, including an additional $1 billion, and this is in the January budget. Mindful in May, this may need to increase on the basis of the uncertainties as relates to the federal administration, as relates to trade policy or tariff policy or immigration policy that could radically shape and impact the debate in this country, impact our revenue stream in this state.
Newsom's administration must present the budget proposal to lawmakers by Friday by law. Trump takes office January 20th. Newsom must sign the final budget by the end of June. Congress has certified President-elect Donald Trump's election in the 2024 election, Trump as the winner, without any challenge. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris announced that Trump and Vance have won the election with 312 electoral votes. Harris and her running mate received just 226 electoral votes. As lawmakers gathered, the tightest national security was in place. A reminder of the January 6, 2021 certification. Trump, who tried to overturn the previous election, pledged pardons for January 6 defendants, but has yet to specify if it will be all or just some. 4 years after the January 6th insurrection, a grassroots group called the Shasta County Election Task Force held a rally calling for those imprisoned to be released. Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield spoke with the group behind the rally.
We pray for Tina Peters and all the folks, that good patriot Americans that got incarcerated.
Some Shasta County voters took to the courthouse on Monday, rallying for those imprisoned due to the January 6th riot. Among those in attendance were Supervisor Chris Kellstrom and outgoing Supervisor Patrick Jones.
Fair elections means that we have voting on one day, paper ballots, and no machines.
Kellstrom told ralliers to enact change at the elections office and encouraged them to ask their supervisors to give election observers more freedoms.
We don't have an election going on. Go down there, make a plan, get the observation better so that the next election you guys will be able to see, so that we concentrate on seeing what's going on in transparency.
We have to support law enforcement, and we have to support the peaceful transfer of power.
On the other side of the courthouse, father and son Jeff and Brendan Carr were counter-protesting, holding signs that call for rioters to be held accountable.
The election results were final. Supreme Court looked at it, and everything went the Democrats win.
Even with Matt Plummer taking his seat on Tuesday, outgoing District 4 Supervisor Patrick Jones says he will continue to fight to change election laws in Shasta County.
I'm not going anywhere. You're going to see me around, and I'll be working with various candidates moving forward to continue to make Shasta County a great place.
Reporting in downtown Reading, I'm Blake Mayfield, Action News Now.
On New Year's Day, Shasta County officially changed to become a charter county. This was to give county supervisors more authority and more autonomy over election-related issues. A Christmas donation is taking shape in the new year. We show you plans for Red Bluff's first ever community garden, new at 6. And we're learning new details about a child murdered in Sutter County.
You know, we're certainly saddened. An incident like this doesn't happen frequently, nor should it happen at all, quite frankly.
And now we hear how neighbors help lead investigators to the suspected killer next.